So today let's talk about Delina, all three of them. I will tell you which one is my favorite, and I have some dupes. Hi everyone, it's Nisha. If you are new to this channel because of the perfume, I am not fragrance reviewing channel. We talk here how to stay and feel fabulous while we're aging. So I talk about makeup, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, but I also enjoy fragrance. And I started only a few months ago to explore niche fragrances. I've never ever really gave it much thought, but as I've been exploring fragrances and learning more about them, learning about the notes and everything, I started exploring the niche market. And obviously I sample first, because as we know, niche perfume cost a small fortune. They are anything between 200 to 400 pounds a bottle. So it's a commitment. So you might be surprised, but I don't actually have any of the Delinas. I have plenty of samples. I've been sampling each one for the whole day, writing down what I think about it, because I cannot make up my mind myself if I am prepared to spend that amount of money on a bottle of perfume. But I have my thoughts. So Delina is by niche perfume house Parfum de Marly, and there is three Delinas. You have the Delina and two flankers. So there is Delina, Delina Exclusif, and Delina La Rosée. So I have here all three samples, and I will spray each one and we will talk about it. So let's do Delina. Delina is the one, honestly, anybody that is into fragrance has it, and they matter. Delina has almost cult-like following. Everybody loves it. So I felt I must like it. If everybody likes it, I must like it. So I'm going to spray this one here on my hand. And straight away, it is very floral, rose, fruity, a bit aromatic. So let me tell you about I will maybe put the notes on the side. So this one in top notes has lychee, rhubarb, bergamot and nutmeg. And I can really smell the nutmeg. In fact, as this develops, I can smell the nutmeg. Sometimes, you know, it's that spiciness that I can actually feel it in my throat. When I keep smelling while I'm testing it, I almost can feel it in my throat. Then in middle notes you have Turkish rose, peony, musk, petalia, vanilla. Then in base notes Kashmiran, cedar, Haitian vetiver and incense. It is a very different scent. It is very rosy, but I wouldn't say it's like a sweet rose. It's more like a sharp rose. And I think the sharpness comes as well from that rhubarb, that tartiness, because I can smell it being very tart and I don't really like it. When it dries down, you can still smell that sharp rose. I definitely always can smell that nutmeg and a bit of incense. And like I said, I get like that scratchy throat. It is very long lasting. It is different. That's what I've learned about niche perfume. They are very acquired taste. So if you're someone that never paid much attention to and try to really get into the notes where you can smell and a few hours later where you can still smell, I've been enjoying so much doing that. The niche fragrances are very different. They are so expensive because obviously they are made by famous perfumers. They use very good ingredients that are usually long lasting, and the blending is done in such a way that the fragrance is very intriguing. That's what I would say. The difference between designer perfume and niche perfume is that designer perfume, you can describe them as nice, beautiful, pleasant, whereas niche I describe as intriguing. So there are some samples that I have that are something that I've never smelled before, and they really intrigue me. I cannot work out if I like it, if I don't. If I like it, am I bold enough or confident enough to wear it? It's very strange. Or it's maybe just me. Anyway, this is growing on me, but I've been sniffing this for quite a lot of weeks, and at first I didn't like it. I also have read that sometimes with these fragrances you need to let them sit in your home for a couple of weeks and they might start to smell a bit better and different. I do spend a lot of time on Fragrantica. It's the website where you go for all your perfume reviews and info on perfumes and notes and all things like that. So I do like it, but this sharpness bothers me a bit. I think I'm more into sweeter and more mellow perfumes, although I think this in a summer would be really nice. Delina is very long lasting. Do you know, this is growing on me. But I am still not convinced. So that was Delina. Then we have Delina Exclusif. So Delina Exclusif, the DNA of it is very similar, but the notes are slightly different. So in this one, the top notes are lychee, pear and bergamot. I know I really like pear in my perfume, and as you can see, there is no rhubarb in here or the nutmeg. Therefore, this is not as sharp straight away. Then in the middle notes you have Turkish rose, agarwood, incense, and in base notes vanilla, amber and woody notes. So straight away you can tell that this one will be more creamy, more mellow. So let me spray it. I will spray this one a bit higher here because I want to spray the dupes on this hand. So it opens up still quite strong when you first spray it. It opens similar to Delina, but then very quickly you can tell that it's more creamy. It's not as sharp, it's not as sour. It's a bit more mature, I would say. A bit more powdery. You can then start smelling the vanilla and amber, which tone down the sharpness of Delina. And when I only had these two, I definitely prefer the Delina Exclusif because of lack of that sharpness, that is more mellow, more comforting to me. Yes, I am convinced that I prefer Delina Exclusif. And you will see if you read any reviews or watch anybody who has Delina, everybody loves the original Delina. I think I prefer the Exclusif. Now let's spray the La Rosée. So La Rosée, top notes, lychee, pen, bergamot, like in Exclusif. Then Turkish rose, peony, watery notes and floral notes. So you know straight away this one will be lighter, more transparent, more flowery. And then you have white musk, woody notes and Haitian vetiver. So let me spray that one here. Yeah, so this one, you can still smell this Delina DNA, but it's more watery, you know, not like dense. It's more transparent, lighter. I can smell the pear. I really like pear in my perfume. Peony. You don't smell so much that rose, that Turkish rose in La Rosée. And it's not obviously as strong as the other two, and it dries down to like a powdery musk. very feminine. Have a look side by side at all the notes of all the Delinas. I've put it all in one picture for you, so you can see how the DNA is very similar, but there are slight differences between them. So I would say that my two favorite ones are the Exclusif and La Rosée. I think in a winter I would probably use the Exclusif, and in a summer La Rosée. I'm still making my mind up on Delina, and I'm not sure I love them enough, and they are so different and so intriguing that I am prepared to spend £240 a bottles. The bottles are beautiful, by the way, as you know, gorgeous, but it is a lot of money. So I found a couple of dupes, one for Delina and one for Delina Exclusif. So like I said, I spent a lot of time on Fragrantica, and someone talked about this, and this is another this is like Middle Eastern perfume house called Swiss Arabian, and this is Rose 1. I just love the box. Look at that, Rose 01. Someone said, I've read, that this is identical to Delina, but it lasts even longer. And I must say that this is probably true. Let me just, I will put up the Delina notes, and I tell you what notes are in here, because they are slightly different, and I can't believe that this smells so identical to Delina. Because in top notes you've got the lychee, bergamot and pink pepper, which you don't get in any of the Delinas. And in this you don't get the rhubarb. You get nutmeg, but nutmeg is in middle notes. You get peony and Bulgarian rose instead of Turkish rose, and then in base notes vanilla, musk and cashmere wood. So they are quite different to the original Delina, but I'm telling you, this smells identical. It's much, much stronger. When you first spray it, would help if I sprayed it on my hand. It smells slightly different the first opening. I can smell a bit more peony in it, and I don't smell as much nutmeg. So the opening is slightly different, but when it dries down, honestly, I swear, I would say it's like 90–95% Delina. Especially when it dries down, because you can really smell that sharpness in Delina at first for a while. I actually smell that sharpness throughout the day. So I bought this bottle because it's like 1/3 of the price of Delina. I think it's £60 or something like that. How big is this? 50 ml. And I think, I don't know if the big size Delina is 70 ml, I think. It's about £210. So I thought, if this smells exactly like Delina, I've got a cheaper version. And also, if I really, really love it, then maybe one day I go for the original Delina. They do smell so, so similar. This lasts, when I was testing it on my hand and I spray it on my hand, I can smell it the next morning on my hand. It's very, very long lasting. So you might want to try this as a dupe. You know, some people, Delina has been duped so many times now. Other designer perfumes try to dupe it. I think Carolina Herrera, very good girl, it's not a dupe, but it's along the same lines. It's very nice. So they're trying to dupe this fragrance so many times. But I think this is probably, well, I haven't smelled all the dupes, but this is amazing, honestly. So Be careful not to overspray it as well, because it is very, very strong. Also, when I sprayed it, the moment I received it, oh my God, it was overpowering. I went like, oh my God, I'm not having that. That's disgusting. So maybe there is some truth in it that you need to let it sit, because then I left it for a few days or a week and I sprayed it again. And I thought, today I quite like it. It's really nice. I think it's slightly less sharp than Delina. And original Delina has incense, this doesn't. And the nutmeg is not as prominent because it's in the middle. I do really like it. I think I might prefer it to the original Delina. I don't know anymore. Honestly, I've been testing them for so long and smelling them for so long, I am confused myself. Anyway, I have another dupe for Delina Exclusif. I don't know how I came across this brand, this company. These are the companies that make much, much cheaper fragrances in a style of. So they are sort of dupes. And this company is called Divain. I think they are out of Spain. I think I was searching for Delina Exclusif online and this just came up. This cost me not even £20. And the good thing is, when you receive this, you receive a tester. So you can open this, sniff it. If you don't like it, then you haven't opened the main bottle, you can send it back. Easy return and everything. And they do so many fragrances copying the, well-known niche fragrances, designer fragrances. Some people don't agree with that. They think, it's like selling fake handbags. I don't mind it at all, because obviously ingredients in this might not be as good a quality as in niche fragrances. Obviously they might not be blended as well. And it's just depending what you want to do. If you have the money and you want the original, then go for it. But I don't mind, if people want to smell like something really good but can't afford £200, why not buy this? So this is Delina Exclusif. So I'm going to spray it here, and the opening is definitely different. It's very synthetic and alcoholic. But when it dries down, it smells gorgeous. And the funny thing is that the notes in this are identical to the Delina Exclusif. So you have in top notes lychee, pear and bergamot, just like in Delina Exclusif. Then in middle notes you have Turkish rose. It doesn't say agarwood, it says oudwood, and incense, just like in Exclusif. And then base notes vanilla, amber and woody notes, exactly the same. They smell identical once they start drying down, because like I said, the opening is a bit synthetic and very alcoholic. But once it starts drying down, I probably can still smell something synthetic in it. But they are identical, and this lasts all day as well, and it's so inexpensive. I actually have another dupe for one of my perfumes that I have the original of, but I don't want to. So if you have expensive perfume and you love it so much, you would want to spray yourself every day with it, but because it's so expensive, you're saving it just for special occasions. Then I think it's good to buy something like this that you can use every day and then keep your original for special occasions. That is so similar, 95%. So because Delina Exclusif is the most expensive one, it's £240 a bottle, and I like it so much, I probably just stick with this instead of spending £240. They are identical unless it is my untrained nose. you know, everybody's smell is a bit different and preferences. It's so difficult to recommend perfume because we all like different things. That's why I always say never blind buy, although I blind bought this, but I thought I'd rather spend the £60 or whatever I spent on this than the original one and not liking it. But I do like it. I obviously haven't had a chance wearing it in the summer. I want to see how it smells in the summer. Also, definitely after sitting there for a week, it was better than the first spray. The first one was so strong. Honestly, I thought there's no way I can ever wear this. But now I quite like it. Now this is drying down, I can smell a bit of that nutmeg. I would say that Delina is more sharp, that rhubarb, but this one I can smell the nutmeg. But I do like it now, but I don't like it enough to spend £200 on the original one. So anyway, going round and round the circles, but I am so happy with this, honestly. I think if you didn't have them side by side, you wouldn't know the difference. Unless you are an expert in perfume and you've been into it for years, you probably will. But to me, no difference. Yes, so I would say my favorite Delina is the Exclusif, then La Rosée, but I would only use it in the summer, like an everyday scent. And the original Delina is the last one. And I'm just not into that sour sharpness, tartness in it. Okay, my lovelies, I will link all these down below. Always try it first. Don't blind buy it. Don't waste your money because, like I said, we are all different. So that's what I think of Delinas and the dupes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and stay fabulous. Bye.